Okay, we're live again. I gotta go delete the old stream there because I have no idea why. It was all wonky weird. Okay, great. YouTube Studio. Okay, now this is as sharp as it's gonna get. So first of all, this one gets deleted. Delete that old one forever. Okay, I'm gonna try again. Okay, so now I'm running at a lower bitrate, which is the bitrate that YouTube set. I'm letting YouTube set its own bitrate. Oh no, okay, so I'm not too worried about the bitrate because the bitrate, I can artificially increase it as much as I want. So that is not a problem for me. What I need to do is I need to lower compression. So compression is that slight pixelation that you see during the action sequences. It's most obvious over my webcam as opposed to like the game itself. The game itself, it doesn't look too bad, but there will be slight pixelation over my webcam. It becomes pretty obvious. As I mentioned, I'll be attempting to resolve that. This time I'm trying to do it a different way. I'm doing it by reducing the bitrate to whatever is YouTube's maximum. So I'm letting YouTube decide the maximum bitrate. Let them have whatever they want. Okay, and from their maximum bitrate, what I'm doing is, because I'm at 720p, I am actually adjusting something called a preset. Right, the preset is set to an extent, right? It's set to a very low level. And the reason why this occurs is because when it is set to that very low level, it is basically forcing my processor here to lower the amount of compression before it sends the data through to YouTube, which I think is why it is important to set various presets. But when I was trying to get, because as you can see right now, all right, the stream looks like crisp, absolutely crisp, because there is no action on stream. So we're not stressing either the CPU or GPU because there's less data to be processed through. You see? So if we start stressing the CPU to process all the data at once during action sequences and whatever, right? By lowering the amount of compression, the action sequences look better. So that's what I'm attempting to do now. I'm gonna see whether it works out in my favor or not.
Every soldier needs a cause.
Because if so, then I may as well stream a game, right? Like I'll record videos at 1080p, but I'll stream games at 720. Yeah, so now once I actually get into combat, the key thing will be whether or not it can yeah, I mean, the cam is an issue I'm trying to solve separately as well, because I'm gonna go get like an adapter for it. So that one I'm gonna try and get by 6th February. That's when they said that they're gonna send it in. So because that's how long it takes to actually get the adapter. But that I'm gonna try and solve separately. Because ultimately, right, I want you guys to be able to get to see the action the way I see the action, you know? I kind of love how they're just letting the thing.
All of us.
If you're using an Asian robot build, yes. So you can use the Asian robot God Hand build if you're interested, but other than that, no. Anything is worth using if you have the right build. If you don't, then, well, that's that for you.
Come on, Vivian. Get yourself together.
You're welcome. Okay. Oh, come on. That's so bull.
Overtime from my mistakes.
It's hand.
Test round lost.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
Score 0-1.
Okay, well, doesn't matter. All right. While I queue for the next match, I'm gonna have a look-see at that footage. How are we looking?
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower. Five, four,
You
3,
leaving these guys?
1. Round 2.
No interest. They can bugger off. Hmm. It's actually looking pretty decent. Like there's a lot less compression, which means the action is looking pretty good. So even with a lower bitrate, we're getting what we need to get, which is okay with me. The cam problem will be solved later, but other than that, yeah, compression is pretty low. Slow preset. So the only thing I can think of is maybe if I, okay, so same thing. Okay, that looked a lot better. Now I'm gonna falsely inflate the bitrate to a maximum of 8,000, which is the absolute highest buffer, and I'm just gonna go in to a random match and try that. Let's see if that will work out. If inflating the bitrate doesn't work, then it means that the bitrate, realistically speaking, has no impact on my operations. It's all solely to do with
Traveling to Nepal. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
it's all gonna be solely to do with the preset, in which case I might be able to
Don't worry, I'll be
yeah,
right behind you.
streaming is a very interesting thing, which is why I like it so much.
Ventured.
You know, and I'm always trying to improve and do better. Because the thing is, right, YouTube probably has a maximum speed which it can ingest, and if I'm looking at like the maximum speed which it can ingest,
4, 3, 2.
that's because Twitch is more like YouTube is kind of like the Mozilla Firefox of streaming. They don't have their own systems. So you do it all through your encoder, which is very interesting. Wow, Widowmaker lost to me. That's pretty crazy. Lol.
Mind your hypocrisy, Doctor.
Yeah, large resolutions look amazing, obviously, and that's great. But for me, right, it's the compression that's the problem, because I can easily handle 1080p. But the problem for me is that if 1080p is just like even with the highest possible resolution, even if I were to go to like 4K resolution, which is 1440, the main issue that I'll be facing is just that I would not be using my resources efficiently, because you guys would just be getting compression after compression, and it just would look ugly, see? So now that I've increased my bitrate, like I've artificially inflated the bitrate, and the preset is like at one of the slowest levels possible, will this look good? You see, that's the thing I'm asking myself. So far, it seems to be looking good, to be honest. It actually seems to be looking a lot better than what we were having before. Kind of cool. Kind of cool.
I'm not giving up on you, Reyes.
So now we got like, now with a nice 8K bitrate.
Is there nothing you can do for
Yeah, it's actually looking pretty swanky. 8K bitrate.
Flames of your vengeance.
The only thing left for me to do, I think, would be if I increase the preset to very slow. Yeah. And I'm not straining my CPU at all, which is very interesting. Because basically, like, this is one of the situations where a 720p stream will end up looking better than a 1080p stream, because ideally if I have lossless compression, meaning that the image is exactly the way that I'm seeing the game, just that the resolution is lower, like for the purposes of most like streams and whatnot, it would genuinely be enough to like, oh my gosh. So 1080p, right? I would think that I would need a bitrate of roughly like, because my internet can't handle that high. I think I guesstimate I would need like basically a second CPU to do the processing. So I'd use a capture card, get a second CPU, and then I would jack up the bitrate, but I would need very strong internet as well. I would jack up the bitrate to about 22K roughly, and have the preset as very, very slow, meaning that no compression. The encoding is just like at the slowest possible, lowest possible speed. Extremely risky, but it might work out well. Yeah. Basically, like if I had faster internet, right, what I would do is I just set up a second laptop here, get a capture card, and then process the video through the laptop so it separates the things. Meaning that, because right now my one PC is handling the gaming and the streaming, right? That's why people use a second PC to get the best resolutions possible. But that's for somebody that makes a lot more money through their stream. Like, I can't do that right now. So I'm going to try first and foremost to increase the quality to the maximum that I can use with one PC, and then once I do better, I'll use a second PC. It's a 12th gen i7, so it's a pretty good CPU. Like, the CPU is good. It's just that, like, that's just how much power it takes, no matter what. You know, you just need a second graphics card, because even the encoder, right? You actually want to run the encoder through your graphics card, not through the CPU. Yeah. Which is what is so crazy. Like, can you believe that? Like, despite having that, like, I'm streaming right now, and I'm sort of maxing out my presets, but like I haven't reached the true pinnacle yet. And this is I'm trying to reach the pinnacle of 720, but we're getting very close. We are getting very close, right? Because right now in combat, during the combat action sequences, I'm seeing very little compression over my face, when in the past, fast action would mean that there was a lot of compression over my face. But now the action and the webcam are both looking semi-decent. Like, there's a little bit of compression, but it's not like bad. And I'm running Overwatch at 120 FPS, which is insanely awesome. So this has been, and like the stream itself on mobile, it looks absolutely perfect, which is what I've been going for, you know. This is what I've been going for ages. In the winter months, this won't even be a problem. But yes, I'm also trying to manage heat, so I'm trying not to let it go too crazy. But yeah, no, it's actually like, this is the standard that I wanted to achieve. Like, this is legitimately the standard I have been trying to achieve for so long, so I'm kind of happy about that. Let's see how it looks on PC. Because yeah, there's a bit of compression going on, but it's not as bad as it normally would be. Like, I'm genuinely able to get some very, very good feeds going on. Okay, that makes me very happy. Because it is looking good, it is feeling good. The compression is quite low. I'm quite satisfied with that. And the contrast is not that high. So yeah, it's actually looking decent. Okay. Well, this means that increasing the bitrate helped a little bit, but ultimately the issue is compression. So okay, just to be sure for myself, what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually going to force the bitrate a bit higher. to the limit of what my system can handle. I believe based on my internet, 12K should be perfect. Okay. Hey, Nicholas. I'm just really testing some stuff to improve my stream quality for later. I am forcing things to reach the very pinnacle of what I can offer. So I'm gonna try and force some stuff. Like, my idea is that I want to go for lossless streaming. So now I'm trying it at 12K. It's fine for me. I've now set it to 12K. Oh no, my internet isn't limited by time, so it should be okay. So thankfully mine isn't limited by time, which I'm so grateful for. But yes, I do understand that. Okay.
Don't worry, I'll be right behind you. Be uplifted.
Right or wrong, I'm gonna finish this war.
Everything's going according to plan.
That's okay, lots of people gave up on Dauntless. I honestly just hang around there to piss off my haters.
Let's get this show on the road.
That's how I like it. Dead weight gets left behind.
I love how all these people are just typing randomly in quick play. Not that I care, but it doesn't matter.
3, 2,
Continuing damage.
It's all good. I'm literally going to like
defend objective A.
play it tonight just to piss off my haters. That's it.
Good choice.
Oh god, what is this absolutely vulgar conversation in game? Report everybody.
I'll make sure that doesn't stop.
Behind you.
After retirement for now.
Damage increase.
More like it.
Medical technology is truly extraordinary.
I want this match to be over.
Party time, let's go.
Amplifying your power.
Good choice.
Let me fix you up. Activating self-destruct sequence. Calling in the big guns.
Everyone heal up.
I better be more careful.
What's wrong with these people?
Not to worry. I'll patch
This is the most disgusting conversation.
Till Valhalla.
nice damage increase.
Now recycle is strong, but only on the repeaters and chain blades. It won't be like universally strong. That's the thing. It is the new best sell, but is the best sell for repeaters and chain blades only, and you have to have a specific build for it. So one thing which I will say is that I make titles like that just to mostly mess with the just to mostly mess with the haters, because they hate it when I do that. But in actuality, it's actually like, it does actually require a lot of skill to use, because if a lot of attacks for some weapons will hit other parts. So yeah. No, the thing is, right, a lot of people believe that it's overpowered, but actually I just did that for clickbait. Like, to be fair, right, it's not actually overpowered. It's quite weak actually, unless you're using it with a specific Asian robot build, which is gonna be pretty awesome.
Are still needed.
God, these fucking people.
Till Valhalla.
Favorite part.
Watch here.
Needs healing. Tactical visor activated.
Ich sollte schnell zurück.
Yep. I agree on that. I agree on that.
Right by you. I'm here to help. There's one. Enemy over here. Let me take a look.
It's hand.
Monster in you. Till Valhalla.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
some scum.
Now that's teamwork. Enhancing your strength. Improving your Vikings. I will not let you fall.
60 seconds remaining.
Damn.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Lame. That was a failure. Do I think Overwatch 2 will increase in players over this year? Possible. It's gonna depend. It's gonna depend on their quality, to be honest. Okay, let's check out how that looks now. Yeah, pushing up the bitrate didn't change too much. Like, it was still very much, there was still some compression effects over the face area. Not as bad as before, though. I think there's going to be a balance of bitrate and the rest. Okay. Let me see. I'm just going to view it on my PC for a second. Hey, Captain Rum Panda. Oh, my day's going good. I'm just doing some very, very important stream testing before I go live later. Gonna push my system to the limit. The 12K bitrate helped a bit, actually. Stream is very uncompressed. It's actually one of the best levels it's been. Twitch's max is 6K unless you're a partner. So you will actually have some compression issues, usually. Because if you falsely inflate your bitrate, right, your stream will crash. So that's the only thing with Twitch. At least that's the way it is now. In the past, it could have been different, but right now, that is the biggest problem. Unless you're a partner, you cannot actually go beyond 6K, which is annoying. Like, it actually causes your stream to crash. But with YouTube, I'm basically forcing it to be as high as I want it to be. Which means the only thing left to do would be to use the slowest possible encoder to minimize compression losses and about a 12K bit rate. Which I think would be reasonable. Like, at least based on what I'm seeing, it should work like that. Because Overwatch has a lot more action than Dauntless. So my computer, it's not like my computer is overheating or anything. Based on what I'm seeing, yeah. It should actually be okay. Alright. I don't have time to do one more test, but I think that if I were to set the preset to like the slowest possible, and then if I were to use, say, a a 10 to 12k bitrate, I'd probably try it at 10k. You know, I'd probably try it at 10k first. See how that goes. But I think I could make this work. Like, genuinely speaking, I think this could really work really well. Okay, thank you guys for helping me to test. I will be on Dauntless a little later in the evening. Thank you all so much, and I will see you guys later. All right? Appreciate the help. Get you.